Where to go next? Now we still need a significant, and by significant I mean 11, more quills in order to obtain the next move. However, considering I do have sonar, and there are at least, I want to say, 2 more pages in this game that will require sonar. Oh yeah, standing around waiting for your power meter to recharge is kind of agonizing, so... and I don't think it's much of a spoiler to let you know that luckily there are upgrades for the power meter available. And hopefully I will find one. Maybe not in this video, but eventually. And I will go ahead and say that they are absolutely essential to your success in this game. And now I have to do some slightly difficult platforming here. As much as I love 3D platformers, I've never really been super good at the whole platforming thing. Oh boy. I know, I'm a total wuss. Alright, this time for sure... Oh man. Doing the mid-air attack in mid-air to extend my jump worked marvelously. Actually, I think it was more of the mid-air attack ensuring that I stayed at that altitude for like just a few more seconds was really the deciding factor. And now that I have that item, may as well talk to this strange person. This is the only human, or at least humanoid, character in the entire game. The designs in this particular game are decidedly more animalistic. I mean, I guess most of the characters in most Rare games are animals, so I guess that's not saying a whole lot, but I don't know, I kind of dig the character style, even if the goatee made out of tentacles isn't exactly appealing. It kind of gives off a Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean 2 vibe. Oh, by the way, I probably skipped over some really awful fish puns, so I guess if you want to read them, just try to ignore my dumb ramblings. But yes, as a Banjo-Kazooie spiritual successor, we just had to have transformations, and bam-o! I am Plant. Oh wait, gotta take a screenshot. This is one of the more sexual parts of the entire game, I would say, because, I mean, I'm a very handsome and very masculine, in the prime of my life, plant here, and all these other plants, they want me, and they want me bad. But if it isn't obvious what we have to do here, you see there's like a little tiny baby plant behind me. Well, I have to germinate? I don't know, that's definitely not the right word, because these are already sprouts. For whatever reason, they don't have faces, so... you know what, I'm just going to stop talking before I say something even more stupid than the stuff that I normally say. But I do dig the transformations in this level, like, maybe not necessarily the way they're used, because in the majority of the levels, most of the transformations are just sort of okay, well, you're here to do one thing and then immediately go back to being Yooka-Laylee. But I really like the designs of them, just the way that you can very easily tell that both Yooka and Laylee are in some way, shape, or form part of this genetic monstrosity that we have here before us. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to be within range of that. Now, I know that all the plants are... Okay. It's like, oh man, this isn't going to be one of those levels where I'm like... absolutely knowledgeable of the fact that all the plants are in the same area, yet randomly bumbling about and not finding the thing anyway. So that's the first transformation for this level. Well, I mean, it's the only transformation for this level, but you know what I mean. The first transformation in the game, and this should be the last that you'll be seeing of it. Now that we are back to being chameleon and bat, let's explore this small crevice here, and no, that's not something that is screenshot worthy, because that's something I said. Although crevice is a term of phrase used in Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge, which is a highly underrated Game Boy Advance game. If you're at all a fan of collectathons, I suggest checking it out. Hey, who's up for a timed race? Better hurry up. Better not miss some quills. Oh, whoops, you already missed some quills and you fell down. Oh, well. Take two. Maybe you'll miss fewer things. Maybe you'll remember to jump at the right time. Nope, never mind. This time, I'll get it for sure. See? I still didn't jump, but, I got past. Oh, right, that's not the end. I should keep going. Are you kidding me? Wait. That definitely didn't count. Oh, man. That wasn't so hard. But you can see where I'm coming from with the roll move being a little bit difficult to control, especially if you're attempting to go fast and on uneven terrain, as I was doing exactly that. So now I'm over here now, so I can continue to make good use of that awesome sonar. There's not a whole lot of statues here, but you just gotta be wary of their locations. There are instances where you just use sonar on just regular old stuff and not statues, like with that blue ghost from earlier, but here you want to just look for the statues. I don't know how much more clear I can make it, especially when I fall off and have to do this over again. And one more thing to wake up for, I said, and one more thing to wake up for good measure. Hooray! So I spent some quills again. Now I can do this. Luckily, it doesn't use up any of my meter thing. And this is a particular pagey that had me stumped for a long time. I kept thinking I had to do something with this enemy or kill it or something, but actually there's a good reason why the camera angle has changed right now, because you see those things up top? Well, it might have been obvious to you, but it wasn't obvious to me. You gotta ground pound the things that are up there in relatively quick succession, and awkwardly wait for this spinning thing to keep rotating, because if it notices you, you start getting damaged, and bad things happen like this. Maybe I can finish? Nope, never mind, leaving. And there you have it. Another relatively easy pagey once you know how to do. Which, in my personal opinion, I think is my favorite kind of difficulty, where the difficulty is less in execution and instead lies with simply figuring out how to do a certain thing. And you know what? I just remembered that I did start the Find Dem Pigs quest, so I think before I finish recording I probably should complete that, even though I only spoke to one of them. They do all give you hints as to where the next one lies, and no, you can't just skip to the end because you'll just find a pagey and a cagey and no way to open it up. And thinking that there is no possible way that it's the pig's quest that opens it up, but it is in fact the pig's quest that opens it up. So the hint that Scoffs-a-Lot gave us was that his feet are wet and he's near a corplet town. Corplets, if you're not aware, are the names of these things, these little dinky enemies that are kind of worthless, but they populate the area to mildly annoy you on occasion. I do like all the different pig noises in this game. It's not quite as awesome as a hippo that burps constantly, but still relatively funny. Around the island with the high score. Oh, you know what? I haven't even been to that area yet, but do you see a thing with a purple glow in the distance? That's what our destination is going to be. Just gotta carefully maneuver around this area. Have a little bit of lag. I'm hoping that doesn't show up in the recording a ton. That is most definitely an arcade machine. There are collectible tokens in each world, which will allow you to play said arcade games to get more things. So we have another night, and he gives a relatively dumb clue. Near the world's Ramp Pro, explore the tomb underneath. Feel like he should have said below, just because things sound much better when they rhyme, especially when they rhyme all the time. Okay, I'll stop there, I promise. We'll mess around with arcade games later. They're not my favorite part of this game. Which is funny, because I really like random, mini games, just to get some variety in your gameplay, but the mini games in this particular game either A, control like utter crap, or B, are stupidly difficult, or C, both. So yeah. What am I looking for? Oh right, the pigs. These levels, I mean, we're currently dealing with the unexpanded version of the level. I don't know if I ever actually mentioned that, but yeah, the main gimmick that kind of sets this apart from other collectathon games is that the levels are very big, but they start off slightly less big, and after you unlock them initially, you can then pay additional trinkets to expand them. And in my initial playthrough, you know, I kind of did the thing where I was like, well, let's just get a whole bunch of pages and then go on to the next level. And then I go into the next level and they're like, hey, by the way, you can unlock the level and expand it. I do kind of think your experience is slightly better if you wait to expand it. I haven't fully decided whether or not I'll expand initially. If you have a particular opinion, sure, feel free to comment and let me know. But yeah, that was the Pig's Quest, and I skipped over more dialogue, but I don't care. Chest has quills in it, so thank goodness I remembered to do that. And pagey me uppy, baby. And we will end on my favorite number of things. See you guys later.